Hi, I am Coach Coleman here at Better You Solutions. Thank you for coming on today. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit what you do?
Well, okay, so my name is Patrice Jackson. I'm also known as Miss Savvy Pro on the internet. I am a virtual and personal assistant. I have a company called Savvy Professionals, and we just support entrepreneurs, busy executives, entertainers who basically do we sweat the small stuff. We take all the hassle and business administrative stuff off their hands, and that's basically me. So, well, in
All
a
right.
nutshell.
And how how would you describe a typical assignment or typical experience with a client in one day setting?
And one day setting, okay, so usually for my clients, I do start off with a 30 minute consultation. And I actually just allow them to just talk and um, just allow them to talk and tell me what their vision, their mission is. And just so that I can hear exactly where they need me to step in and make their life a little bit easier. That's where it starts off
Okay, perfect. So you kind of get to know them first to see where
at.
they're at, where they want to go. Sounds a bit
Yeah, I
similar
like
to
to hear like the
myself.
excitement when they talk about. 'Cause basically, that's what I do. Like my purpose is I love administrative things. That is the gift that was given to me to use in this earth, and so I love to talk to them and hear the excitement about when they talk about their purpose. So that's what it's like.
Perfect. What are some of your one of the easiest tasks you have had in the past?
The easiest task. Um, okay, so the easiest task, the one is of course one that I love to do, and it's research. I love to research. So when a client comes to me and is like, okay, I really want to um put this project together and I need you to find A, B, and C. I'm like, I got it. And I get to just be on the internet and I'm just searching, I'm deep diving into things. Of course, I go through a few little rabbit holes, but I love to do that because not only do I get to give my client what they're asking for, but I also, because I'm researching, I start to find the other like websites and resources and things that I can use for my other clients or for myself to build my brand.
Hmm. Okay, that does sound a bit interesting, especially for those who like to do research and reading and just, as you said, diving deep into like it just leads you down somewhere else, and you're like, oh, this will work, this can work, this can work.
Right,
I can see that.
exactly. It's like giving you like other
Yeah,
answers to other questions that you kind of had the parking lot or put to the side, So I love it.
perfect. And now, what is something that you found very challenging in your experience? Something that was like a bit hard, but not too hard.
Challenging. Okay, so when it comes to helping people with their brands and their purpose, these are things that are like their babies, right? So you have, just like with anyone with their kids, you have to be very sensitive with their kids. You have to know how to approach it. Um, and with that, a lot of times, because I do help people like build their brands and kind of pull out the nuggets of their business, sometimes they're not quite clear on their own vision, or they're not clear sometimes quite clear on what they want to do, so sometimes that's a challenge of trying to make sure that I am on the same page as them, that I'm hearing them, and that when I do their social media, that I'm bringing out their voice, because everybody has their own voice and I want it to match with their audience. I want them to, whatever I put out there, I want their audience to be like, okay, yeah, that is this person's brand.
Hmm.
So it's a challenge, but it's one of those challenges that's fun and that teaches me a lot.
Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. Um, and it sounds like you will be a good person for anyone who is creating a new brand, working on revamping a brand, or just need extra help in that area of their particular brand. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like I can, sometimes people know what they want. Like they may either seen it in a different company that they want. They see they may see in a different company of what they want, or they may just have the dreams of that they've dreamed of for many years, and but they just don't know how to execute it. And that's when I do come in. And so being able to do that with them is like exciting. It's something that, when you're an entrepreneur, it can be hard. You can have a lot of hard days where you just want to give up. But that's the blessing of me being able to work with other businesses, is that hearing their excitement and being able to help them with that kind of renews my excitement for my own business.
Now, this is a long shot question,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a question. Do you know how to do you know anything about trademarking? How to go about that route or connect people with trademarking?
What I could do, I don't really delve into that because that's such a legal issue, and I'm not an attorney or
Mhm.
have any legal training. But I can help make sure you find the right attorney for your purpose. And then I can also tell you what's the difference of, because sometimes people get trademarks, but when they only need to make sure that they need the copyright or patent, and those are all different things and for different reasons. So depending on what your business is, or product or service, is depending on which one you need. So I can say, okay, I know you think you need a trademark, but you really only need to get a copyright right here. And you really need to, these are some attorneys that I have found in your area that you may want to work at. And in doing that, I may not actually know these attorneys, but I've done the research, I've looked at the reviews on not just their website, of course, but across the board on the internet. Like I'm the person who is like on page 25 of Google. Like I go that far. Like, like I'm going so far. I'm not going to just look at the first two pages. I am like, okay, I'm deep diving, and I am on page 25, and I found something off that nobody thought anybody was going to find. I found it. That's why they say make sure that your digital print is important, because I'm that person that's going to find it out there.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So you sound like a very dedicated person. Sounds like you take your job serious. You're not doing it just to get by, because some people do things just to get by. And like you said, you don't read just the first 5 or 10 pages. You read all 25, 50.
Right, I want all of them. Like I might have to take a break, but I'm gonna get to it.
I like it. I like it. And I support it. I really do, because you don't come across 2024 going into 2024, you don't come across that often anymore, where people actually take their job that serious, and give 100 or even 200%.
Mhm.
Nowadays you get lucky if somebody give you 20%.
Right, yeah. Everybody just wants. I mean, honestly, today, and I get it. I get it. I'm being a social media manager. I understand the importance of going viral and being a sensation. But people don't realize, especially like now, maybe, but in the past, people went viral. They have already been doing this for like years. They just so happen to go viral, and
Correct.
people don't see that. They don't see all the hustle, all the work that people put into it. They just see, oh, they're viral. Yeah, but they've been doing that for 5 years. They've been doing the same.
Right. Right. I say that all the time, because people have dreams and visions, as you said earlier, and they want it. I'm gonna say we, because I'm human. We're all human. We want it to happen instantly, and it doesn't happen that way. People post things like you said 5, 10 years ago, and
Mhm.
now 2023. It's like, oh, I like this song, or oh, I like that style, and the guy or girl is like, hey, I dropped that 5 years ago. I'm on something new, but we don't
Right.
want. Yeah, yeah.
Right, exactly. And it comes back like what's this one song? I can't think of the name of the song right now, but Mariah Carey song, like that was an older song, but then TikTok brought it back, and
Yes, yes,
so even
yes.
though it was a very popular song when it was out the first time, but a lot of people, the songs weren't popular, and then 2 3 later somebody finds it, put
Hmm.
something to it, something funny, something creative, and here you go. So just don't, it just goes to being consistent and sticking with it.
Yes, yes, and that's why I like that you said the word consistent, because
Hmm.
I think that's one of the biggest things is to be consistent. No matter what
Hmm.
your niche is, just be consistent with your niche, because timing is everything. Your time may not
Yes.
have been in 2022. Your time may be in 2026. You never know.
Yep. Yep. Just be consistent, and even though, like, I have talked before in the past about how I had to take some time off to grieve a loss of my mom. And if you truly were meant to do this, your purpose, it will bring you back, right? Like that was one of the things that brought me out of that mood that I was in is my purpose, So, even if you got to take a break, you might have to put the folder of ideas to the side, but don't throw it away. You know, it'll come, it will come due. You'll get your time to shine. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I thank you for giving us all this knowledge, and I love what you're doing. I love how you're doing it. And even when I asked about trademarking, it's like, hey, I'm knowledgeable about this, that, and the third. But the expert will be the lawyer. I love that honesty about it. I think when someone presents that way, that draws more clients to you because you're honest about it. They don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, is this person telling me what I need to know or what I want to know? So I like that about you. And feel free to come back on the show at any time, any moment, discuss updates, tell us what you have going on, what's new, if you have any sales. Um, we want to know. We, the people, we want to know.
Well, I want to thank you so much for letting me on the show. You know, the whole process of being on the show was very smooth, easy, delightful. So I thank you so much for inviting me on and giving me this time to shine on
Of
your platform.
course. And once again, can you let the audience know where to find you? If you have an email, phone number, social media.
Okay, so basically you can always email me at it's savvypros4you at gmail.com. That's my, all together, all knowing email address. But that's kind of, most people don't write those down. Just look for Miss Savvy Pro on the internet. Like, and I hate to be, just like, I hate to be this bold to say, but just Google me, Miss Savvy Pro. Yeah, I'll come up. Google me, and you can pick whatever platform. If I always try to get the answer back to you within 24 hours, um, or 24 business hours, I'll say. So yeah, that's where I'm Miss Savvy Pro. MISS, yeah, MSSAVVYPRO.
All right, y'all heard it first. Just Google her, and we mean that in the most humblest way, but because it's
Yes,
the
yes.
easiest way to find her on any platform. So please just Google her name so that you can find her. Very easy, very simple. Make your life easy. Don't be complicated.
You
Just
don't
Google
have to
her.
go to page 25. I'm on page one.
All right. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.